Imagine standing in a frozen wilderness. Snow stretches across the horizon. The wind howls through a silent valley, and suddenly, the ground begins to shake. Out of the blizzard emerges a 10-ton giant. Massive curved tusks, a coat of thick brown fur, breath steaming in the freezing air. This is the woolly mammoth, one of the most powerful animals to ever walk the earth. For hundreds of thousands of years, mammoths ruled the frozen world. They survived brutal ice age storms, deadly predators, and temperatures colder than 40 degrees. But then something strange happened. These unstoppable giants suddenly disappeared. So what really happened? How did mammoths survive the ice age for so long? And why did they vanish? The answer might surprise you. To understand mammoths, we need to travel back in time, around 300,000 years ago during the last ice age. Huge parts of North America, Europe, and Asia were covered in glaciers. Temperatures were brutally cold. Most animals couldn't survive here, but mammoths were perfectly designed for this frozen world. They had thick, shaggy fur that could grow over 3 feet long. Under that fur was a layer of fat up to 4 inches thick. Under that fur was a layer of fat up to 4 inches thick, acting like a natural winter jacket. Even their ears were small. Why? Because large ears lose heat. Smaller ears helped mammoths conserve body warmth. Their long, curved tusks weren't just for fighting. Scientists believe mammoths used them to sweep snow away, uncovering grass. The Ice Age wasn't just snow and ice. Much of the mammoth's world was actually a massive grassland called the Mammoth Steppe, a cold, dry ecosystem filled with grass, shrubs, and hardy plants. And for mammoths, it was the perfect buffet. An adult woolly mammoth could grow up to 13 feet tall and weigh as much as 6 African elephants. That's like a walking tank. But despite their size, mammoths were actually social animals. They lived in herds led by older females, just like modern elephants. These herds protected the young and shared knowledge about migration routes and food sources. Baby mammoths stayed close. Ice Age hunters like saber-toothed cats and dire wolves roamed the same lands. But attacking a herd was extremely risky. Most predators targeted young or weak individuals. For hundreds of thousands of years, this balance worked. Mammoths thrived. Their populations spread across 3 continents. They became one of the most successful animals of the Ice Age. But then, something changed. Around 11,700 years ago, the Ice Age started to end. The planet slowly began to warm. Glaciers melted. Forests expanded. And the vast grassy plains that mammoths depended on started disappearing, turning into wet forests and swamps. For mammoths, this was a disaster. They were built for cold, open grasslands, not dense forests. Food became harder to find. Their populations slowly started shrinking. But climate change might not have been the only problem. A new predator appeared: humans. Early humans were spreading across the world, and unlike other predators, humans were incredibly smart hunters. They worked in groups, they used weapons, and they developed advanced strategies. A single mammoth could feed a tribe for weeks. Climate change weakened mammoth populations, and human hunting pushed them closer to the edge. It was a deadly combination. Yet even after most mammoths disappeared, a small group somehow survived for thousands more years on Wrangel Island. When the last mammoths were alive, humans were already building the Great Pyramids of Egypt. Imagine that. But life on Wrangel Island wasn't easy. Scientists studying DNA found signs of inbreeding and genetic mutations. They became weaker, and eventually, the last mammoths disappeared. But some scientists believe mammoths could actually come back. Using modern genetic technology, researchers are studying frozen mammoth DNA. The goal? To combine mammoth genes with modern elephants, essentially creating a mammoth-like hybrid. Some believe this could help restore Arctic ecosystems, but the debate is ongoing. One thing is certain: the story of mammoths isn't just about the past. It might also be about the future. They ruled the frozen world. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like and subscribe. Tell me in the comments, should we bring mammoths back? Thanks for watching.